Hey everybody, this is Peter here to give you 3 tips on the request for repairs. I believe I spoke on this before. However, I'm just going to go in a little more detail on what you could do as a buyer and as a seller on what the request for repair form shows. So stay tuned. I'll give you a little bit of information on what you could do going into that transaction and working with your real estate agent on what the best outcome would be for buyer or seller. Hey everybody, this is Peter here to talk about requests for repairs. There's 3 items that you could particularly use on that request for repair form. So there's 3 items so you end up filling it out as the buyer. You want some items that need to be repaired. There's 3 ways to go about it, 3 options that I would say that I've worked with buyers on and sellers. Those 3 options are, one in particular is you handle them yourself. So you get money back and it's a credit back into escrow. So if that's $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, whatever that price is that your agent negotiates, but you take that money and you fix the items yourself. If that's, a leaky toilet, leaky shower, or some electrical issues, you can get a credit back in escrow and then take that money that you get back in escrow and move that into what the repairs are going to be on your end. The second one is going to be a reduce in the sales price. So you take $500,000 home and you reduce it by $5,000 because there's 5 particular things that need to be fixed, and you had a handyman or general contractor, electrician, whatever that is, go out there and assess those issues and tell you how much it would be for them to fix it. Then they reduce the sales price. So that's another option. Those 2 things you definitely have to let escrow know, so make sure your agent ties in with escrow and they let them know, hey, there's 2 things that we need to do, either reduce the sales price or the credit like I talked about before. The third option would be, and these are no particular order, but the third option would be to have the seller fix it on their own. So you can negotiate that too, so you don't even have to have that as an issue once you move in. The seller just handles it, and then you do a final walkthrough about 5 days before you close to make sure that they did all those repairs. So if they are gonna do the repairs as a seller, make sure that you line out what the repairs are as the buyer and you know exactly what they're gonna be doing. And then you can show up 5 days before and say, item 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 have been completed, so we're good to go with the completion of escrow, or they only did 3 of the 5 items, so I need them to fix the next 2, and we should be good to go after that once I come back and verify. So go over that stuff with your agent, let them know, hey, by the way, we need to do this, this, and this. I know your agent should be on top of that. They have a lot of education. They should be doing a lot of transactions. So make sure that you go over those requests for repairs with your agent, and also make sure that they negotiate as much as possible for you when you're purchasing that home. All right, and then also the seller on the other side, make sure that your agent's negotiating as much as possible so you don't have to reduce the sales price or give a lot of money back. So make sure you go over that stuff. Hopefully this was helpful, and then make sure you comment below, and if there's any questions, let me know. All right guys, I'll talk to you soon.